Is it haram or shirk to play this kind of game, or is it okay if any Muslim plays this kind of game in which we have to glorify idols? Today we find that there is a revolution and there's a lot of changes that have come. And when you read articles about the video games, unfortunately, most of these video games, they are haram. The reason is that many of these video games, they are mixed with elements which are prohibited in Islam. I'll give you a few examples. For example, there are video games in which there is a lot of killing. And the more number of people you kill, the more marks you get and you become a winner. Some of the killing, the unnecessary, it's murder. And murder in Islam, killing any innocent human being, is the second major sin in Islam. You have games in which there is gambling. You have games in which there is drinking of alcohol. So all these things are haram. Even though you may not be drinking yourself physically, but virtually, if it's involving a haram activity, that game is haram. It takes the children away from Islam. And unfortunately, there are many Muslim parents who willingly buy such games for the children. As far as the first question was posed regarding a game called PUBG, the full form of PUBG is Player Unknown Battleground. Many people who play the game may not be knowing the full form. Anyway, I don't play this game. I just did because of the news that for the last couple of weeks, a lot of news has been coming regarding this PUBG. So I just went and checked up the background. This game is one of the most popular games in the world today. And in this game mainly involves killing. The more you kill, the more points you get. And you have to save yourself. And if you're the last person alive, you're the winner. This game can be played solo by one person, can be played up to 100 people. You can play alone, you can play with your friends, you can play online, you can even play in groups of 2, 3 or 4. Then if your group survives, your group is the winner. It's an addiction. This addiction is not only causing problem to Muslim children, even to non-Muslim children. So much so that there are programs that have been created for de-addiction of PUBG. Besides the other aspect of murder, of music, of nudity, etc., idol worship is the major sin. It is promoting idol worship. So surely we should see to it that the parents are very strict. They should not only not give PUBG, should not give video games. There may be some games which may be halal. Entertainment per se, if it doesn't break the Sharia, it is permitted. There may be some video games which may not be having the elements, or there may be some Sharia compliant video games available in the market. But the best is avoid the general game unless you are sure that it is Sharia compliant. It doesn't break any of the principles of Islam. I request the Muslim parents not to be lazy and not to give them these games so that they can do their work without being disturbed. You are ruining the life of children as well as your life, because one of the ways for you to go to Jannah is a pious child praying for you. So this game PUBG surely is haram. Previously there are many fatwas that it's haram. Now after the new version where there is glorifying the idols, including idol worship, it's totally haram, and I request the Muslim parents and the Muslim children, stay away from it and don't play this game.
So a lot of my friends would rather play PUBG than have a conversation with me. That speaks a little about myself maybe, but they do. They want to play PUBG more. And with violence being its main premise and the amount of screen time on PUBG, what do you think the impact of PUBG is on today's youth psyche and all its users? Well, how do you think? Where is it leading us?
See, if somebody played some game just for fun a little while, that's not an issue for me. But I hear, I don't know what's the statistics in India. In United States, they're saying between 18 to 26 years of age, on an average, most people are spending 4.5 to 6 hours on these games. I think we are out to produce a dumb generation. So from the age of 4, 5, if you're practicing how to shoot people, when you become 16, 17, 18, don't you want to get real? Don't you want to see some real blood? I don't see what's wrong. If you are cultivating your children to do this on the screen continuously, what is the problem for you if he gets real? Or if his friend gets real and he shoots your child, what is the problem, I'm asking? Because you must understand, certain actions have certain consequences. This must be handled responsibly by people who are creating those things. If you bring laws for everything, then society becomes ugly. Once you enjoy these things, then violence is inevitable on the street. It's just a question of graduation, isn't it? So, what kind of society we want to create? All those people who influence the society in a big way, whether artists, politicians, media people, spiritual leaders, religious leaders, whoever has influence over people, they must look into themselves and see what is the consequence of our actions. This much responsibility must come.